Okay, this is Amir with Nuridin Islam. We've just been running the cash flow game, and he's going to explain what this cash flow game is. So Nuridin, explain, what is it? Like, how does it work?
Well, this, Amir, this is very exciting and it's very fantastic because this is a simulation of real life. You are put into business, you are put into family, you have your own responsibilities, you have your own personal finances, and you're asked to take some decisions. If you come with the camera with me here, I'll show you just an example. You're playing inside the rat race here, and this rat race, this is life. You know, life has opportunities of business on the green spots. Life, if you have a job, you get paychecks. If you have babies, if you have a family, you get babies, up to 3 babies, you know, in the game. If you have monthly expenses, you have the doodads. So everything here, market, you know, market card and market news, and you know, like news about the finances and markets. So we are here in the rat race, and the purpose of the game is to go from the rat race to have enough passive income, enough investments to go from the rat race into the fast track, and that's where the rich people are. That's where Donald Trump, that's where people like Bill Gates, that's where people like, you know, the guy Richard Branson, all those guys, they play on the fast track. They have money, and money makes money for them. How do you reach there? How do you go there? You have first to take yourself out of the rat race, out of the rat rut. You know, that's how do you do that? You do that by having enough passive income that will substitute your full-time salary if you have one, or if you have your own business and you put your time in your business. Having this passive income will make sure that it covers all your expenses, so that, you know, you can put your time in what you really like. As long as you're working for money, as long as you're trading your time for money, there, you know, you're limited. You don't have, you know, you have barely enough to survive every month. You have barely enough to go on vacation. If you have some extra money, you take this extra money and you blow it away because we are not used to the culture of investing. Someone comes and he thinks he's a financial guru and he says, hey, you know, you have some extra money, save it, put it in the bank, and guess what? This is the worst idea. This is the worst advice you can get. Don't put your money. I mean, sorry to all banks, but why would you put your money in a bank when you can use your money to invest and to build a strong portfolio? You know, you use it on the internet. You know, generate passive income from the internet, in real estate, in partnership, you know, in deals, in real life deals. So when you start doing that, you start acquiring passive income. This passive income, if it reaches, if it covers your monthly cost, hey man, you're free, you're financially free. Then, only then, if you have a full-time job, this job is just like a pocket money for you. The salary you get is just an extra pocket money, because whether you have this job or not, your monthly expenses are totally covered by the passive income. And that's what we do in this cash flow club. We put people in the mindset, we train them and we teach them, and they get to live it. They live the simulation. How to go out of the rat race, how to invest, why invest, and how and where, and all that. And that's what people like yourself, Amir, you know, do, teaching people about passive income on the internet. So that's the whole thing, that's the whole idea.
Awesome. And what do you think, like, could this be put into public schools, or?
Man, I'd love for this to be put in public schools, because not only public schools, you know what, public schools and private schools, what they do is they teach people and prepare people to be soldiers in society. They prepare people to be employees, good employees. Nothing wrong with being an employee. I'm an employee myself right now. You know, I still use my salary, my monthly salary. I have a portfolio of passive income. So nothing good or bad about being an employee, but as long as you only think of being an employee, that's what the school system has for you. And you will not get anywhere with that. That's why put this in the public school, put this in the private schools, put this all schools, put this in clubs, put this in social gatherings. You know, people when they get together, you know, watch a movie and also play a cash flow game. You know, just spread this around, and financial education really grows there.
And is it like, how old do the kids have to be in order to get it, right?
It's a very interesting question, because someone who is like 8, 9 years old can play this game and can benefit greatly from this game. Someone who is 6, 5 years old, there's another tool that Robert Kiyosaki has, which is called Cash Flow for Kids. It's for younger kids, you know, for 6 to 12, 14 years. And as a matter of fact, the more you have your kids play those games and talk about this with them and train them, you know, like sometimes you can have your son go and do a chore for you and pay him less than what he deserves, and then he will say, why daddy, you know, I deserve more than that. and you are making your son, you are conditioning your son to hate working for others, or not to like working for others and to like working for himself. You know, there are so many different things. If you can use the art of NLP and the art of new linguistic programming with financial education, man, you can change the society.
Awesome, man. And this is cool, but let's say if we put it into public school system, 16-year-olds, does the teacher need to get it? How hard is it to understand what's going on?
It's very easy. It takes only 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes to understand the game. The teacher needs to understand the game, which takes 5 to 6 minutes. He can play the game with us or one of the cash flow events, and then he can facilitate this game in his classes very easily, piece of cake. He can facilitate up to 60, 70, 80 people at one time, because he will be facilitating the game for everybody, but he needs to know about the rules of the game, which is very easy and very fun to know.
Great stuff, Nuridin. Look forward to seeing you at the camp, and look at the turnout at this event. We probably about 60, 70 people all come in to play the cash flow game, and everyone's come in for free. It's not a big investment. I forget the game. I think it costs a couple $100. But come, play the cash flow club, and you'll see, and get yourself out of the rat race and start working for yourself. Cheers.